as of right now, it is 4:57 a.m. Just wanted to kind of point out this little pattern that I identified. So /CL had a huge push up right before the market closed, right? Became super overbought, overextended. And this really, this could be something of importance if it breaks below 53, right? Which is this general support. If it breaks below 53, as this was where it was getting a lot of consolidation, it could lead to a very aggressive and consistent sell-off. As of right now, I'm not too worried about that. It was showing signs of a beautiful pattern during pre-market hours, right? Of trading between the middle and top VWAP, which is showing signs of an uptrend and making higher highs and higher lows. It hit highs of 53.83, did a beautiful job doing that, and then started to sell off. This is kind of where I'm at right now. So it built a support right around 53. It pushed up, got rejected around the general range of the middle VWAP in the SMA line, and now we're kind of selling off. So this is kind of what I'm pointing out here. So just wanted to give you guys kind of an understanding of the direction of kind of what's going on, so this can kind of do a better job doing that. You guys can see that it's very obvious to identify the peak. It broke below the EMA line, which is this blue line that you see here, and then began to downtrend. So when this thing sells off, then the the correlating ETF or the inverse ETF then pushes up, right? So then DWT pushes up as this sells off, and then UWT pushes up as /CL pushes up. So as right now, /CL is downtrending, and so is UWT, meaning that DWT is pushing up, and that's kind of what I'm paying attention to right now. All right, guys, it's 5:06 a.m., so just a couple minutes later, and I just sold my position on DWT. So again, why is it that I sold? You guys can see that again, I talked about this general price range where I previously found a support. I kind of labeled the 53, which is what I talked about, and 53.10 to be this general support range. Again, I like to focus much more on overall low points and high points and not so much at exact price points. I don't expect it to hit exactly 52.96 or anything like that to try to maximize every single dollar. It's just a general price range where, again, okay, this is a little bit more on the oversold side, and again, a price range where it's a little bit more on the overbought side. So all I did was, as I confirmed a descending pattern, I aggressively added to my position on DWT during pre-market hours. As it confirmed a sell-off, I added more to my position size as it approached this general support area. That means that DWT is at a general resistance area, and then I decided to lock in profits on this. So far during pre-market hours, I'm up. Again, I almost tried to aim for $1,000 profit, but again, I'm trying to not chase the dollar value and just trying to stick to the plan. So I'm happy with how the trade is going so far, and as you guys can see, here we go, all together in the day, not looking too bad. All right, team, so as of right now, it looks like we were right around this general area. It's been no longer making lower lows. It's building this potential sign of a reversal. So I got some skin in the game on UWT, which is again the inverse ETF. So about 3,000 shares. I'm managing my risk again during pre-market hours. You can't have a stop loss. So managing my risk at 1%, around 1%, it's a little bit less than 1%, but I have my limit order ready to be sent at 1170, if you guys can see right there. So either waiting for higher highs to form on this, kind of like we're seeing now, and if we do, then I'll add more to my position size on UWT. Most likely plan to sell around the middle VWAP or around this general price range where it's gotten rejected at before. And if it begins to sell off and break its pattern, which means that it's not in my favor, I'll just have to manage my risk and cut losses. I just want to make sure I keep my losses under $300, which is about 1% of my initial purchase price. So quick little update for you. All right, team, so if you guys can see way over here, it's still pushing up. It's pushing up very quickly and becoming very overbought and overextended. I averaged up already, but it's already not looking the best. It's bound to pull back. I just don't feel as comfortable as I think I should. So all I'm gonna do is simply lock in profits. So I'm gonna go here, lock in profits, and there we go. So I just sold, and I sold for $450 profit there. It's still pushing up, as you guys can see here, which is great. So I'm just gonna call it out and remind everyone that /CL now overbought, sold once again, UWT. Just letting them know kind of what my thoughts are. Again, these aren't entry callouts or exit callouts or anything of that sort. It's just understanding and doing your part and trying to get something for a good deal. Just like, you know, I focus based off previous patterns. And when something looks overbought based off previous patterns, that it's not the worst idea to lock in profits, especially when there's a lot of volatility in my experience during pre-market hours. If you don't lock in profits right away, sometimes the bid and the ask, which is the spread, can be pretty wide, and it just becomes a little bit more difficult to lock in profit. So let me go ahead and show you. You guys can see that it was pretty simple. Didn't go in very aggressively at all, so I'll show you guys this right now. If I go here and then I click show trades, it should show you my entries and my exits. Nope, doesn't pop up, so we won't use that. All right, so as you guys can see here, as of right now, so far during pre-market hours, I think it might be the lighting looks a little weird, but hopefully you guys can see it. $450 profit on UWT, and so far on the day, we have $1,300. So $1,349.50, and it is 5:16 a.m.
He traded his guns for love, but he's caught in the crossfire.
We had the bid for a second all the way up here to about 86, if I'm not mistaken. It pulled back very quickly. So having a limit order would have been very useful, right? Didn't expect it to pop up that quick. So, you know, always an area of opportunity. There it goes. There we go. So again, I'm just setting my alerts. Doesn't really mean anything if I don't get filled. There it goes. Got filled at 11.85. So a little bit more quick to pull the trigger on that. And there it goes. Just pulled 11.89. And it's actually shooting up right now. So 11.90, 11.94. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Do you guys see that? How it picked up so quick? So just locked in profits on UWT. So huge push up, nice little pickup. It looks like it still has a little bit more margin. Again, on my second screen you would be able to see it, but you can see here that it pushed up very nicely. It was at support. It broke above the EMA line. I didn't expect it to push up that quick, and it looks like it's already getting rejected. The volatility is picking up a little bit more, and I think it's because we're getting closer to market open. So now on the day I'm at $2,545.30. So we should be able to see that, and you guys saw it all happen, right? So here we go. I missed my first original exit, but still did a decent job getting out. And again, this is with UWT and DWT. So not bad, not bad. Very happy with how my trading has been so far during pre-market hours. And again, linking back, you guys can see that 1,000 of that is on ticker symbol UWT, and then on DWT, we have about $1,444.50. So here's kind of what we got going on. This is what I'm paying attention to, just because the volumes and the patterns are much more clear in this. But yeah, nice little update for you. All right, I'm just gonna update everyone on my Instagram, pretty much kind of like how much it is that I'm up and what it is that I'm trading, and letting them know that I'm looking forward to our, you know, live trading with Limit Plan Profits. So here we go. I look rough in that video, yikes. All right, so just posted the link. As you guys can see, it's time to go live. They like when I go live from time to time during pre-market hours. So that's kind of what we're going to do as of right now, and just have some fun. So this /CL, can we make lower lows? The boys and the girls. For this. Alright guys, so we just had a huge push up on /CL. Just finished shooting live with the Limit Plan Profit. We've been shooting with them for about 1 hour. It peaked out, began to sell off, and as of right now, this is kind of where we're at right now. So let's take a look. We should be getting rejected around this general area with the EMA line and then continue making lower lows, but it also is at that middle VWAP, so overall direction can change and it could actually bounce here. So we'll take a look, give it a little bit more time for it to identify its direction, and kind of go based off of that. So here we go. If you guys can see on this right hand side over here, /CL is getting rejected by the EMA line. That's what we want to see, but it's really trying to hold above that middle VWAP, which is not the best sign for me, right? But good for those that are holding UWT and /CL. All right, had to lock it in there. Looks like the direction was about to change. So again, I just want to make sure that I keep a very close eye on this. Again, I could always get back in. So that's definitely something that I'll keep a close eye on and see if it actually ends up getting rejected. And if it does, then I can get back in and obviously ride the push up on DWT. But if not, so I made about $1,200 on that trade. I was up about 2,500 or 2,000. So there it goes. I feel like we did the good part there. It looks like it just shot right up. So we're just gonna announce that. So we expected this approaching middle VWAP, might bounce and then bounced on the middle VWAP. Something that I'm really like learning as I'm trading with the larger dollar amount, just sharing kind of my thought process, is that you know, locking in profits, it's definitely something that like there's points where I don't lock in profits where I sometimes question if I should, and it just makes sense to like ultimately just get out, you know, keep it simple and kind of go from there. So we'll see kind of where we're at here. But yeah, it's definitely something, I mean, it's a struggle. It's something that I'm working with. I'm not used to trading with this large amount of money. And sometimes I see the dollar value and I become attached to that. And I know a lot of people can relate to that specific kind of like, I wouldn't call it best practice at all. I would call it like area of opportunity, a room for improvement, right? But it's just something over time that, you know, I'll gain more confidence in, and yeah, really kind of go from there. So there's no reason to, you know, the two biggest mistakes that I made today was because I was holding on to my position for a longer period of time than I should. I identified a resistance, but I'm so close to my desired like target, right? I'm trying to make $5,000 today. I've been so close. I've been at 4,700. My original time I was up at 4,500, didn't lock in profits, went all the way down to 26, right? And then this other time, this one that just happened, when it pushed up and it hit highs of nearly $9, I was up, you know, what was it, 4,800. So just think about that. Like if I would have locked in profits right away on my first time, 4,400, waited for it to sell off, buy the dip, push back up, I would have been up $6,000. So it's something that I think not enough people think about. You know, it makes a lot of sense. So here we go. There we go. Nice little rejection, right? So we're in with 10,000 shares. Pushes right back up. Volatility is definitely present right now, so it's kind of all over the place. I have to take that into consideration. Just pushed up, got rejected once again. Looks like it's gonna try to make lower lows. I mean, yeah, it's kind of all over the place, so makes it a little bit more difficult to get in and get out when you want to. Here we go. We're trying to make lower lows. All right, well, I'm gonna learn from my mistake and have to stay cool, calm, and collected. This is a struggle. I think you guys can see it based off of like the way that like I'm reacting and maybe not entering and exiting as quick as I probably should. It's a struggle. It's something that, like, you know, with a lot of money comes with like a lot of emotions, and it sucks sometimes, right? And you just have to remind yourself, stick to the charts. So what I'm gonna do is just stick to the charts, forget about the dollar value. Like, it does not matter how much I'm up or how much I'm down, and the correlation or the essence of like the market. The market doesn't care how much I'm up or how much I'm down. All right, guys, thank you guys again so much for watching my trading session. Again, a huge shout out to the Learn Plan Profit Group. Again, if you guys want to join the team that I work with and that gets to watch me trade live every single day, I would encourage you, if you have extra time this weekend and you're interested in learning a little bit more about the stock market and how to get started as a complete beginner, dedicate 5 minutes and check out that second link in the description. If you guys are just getting started and maybe want a free alternative, we do run the largest free Facebook group for those who trade in the stock market. Altogether, a true blessing. I did fall a little short of my $20,000 goal for this overall week of profits when it comes down to trading in the stock market. I have nothing but time to achieve that milestone, so I didn't want to push myself too aggressively and then give back any of my profits. So thankful, so blessed to have ended the day a little bit over $4,300 profit. I feel like my performance this week really put it to the test when it came down to managing risk, managing my emotions, and overall just controlling and making sure that every single time that I take a position that I have the most confidence altogether. Again, guys, all the links are down in the description if you guys want to stay connected. I really hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. I wish you guys an amazing weekend. And if you guys scroll at the very end of the description, there's going to be a little surprise for you for those that are interested in the Learn Plan Profit lesson library. Really do appreciate you guys' time. Continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.